Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
And good evening. This is your host. Reverend Bryan Rawls with the Magical Journey. And thank you for joining me. For all the ones that are viewing me on Facebook Live, you will still need to call in to get your question answered. So the dial-in number is 1-657-383-1895. And any questions, any types of things that you would like to release, or any types of energies that would like to come up this evening, are more than welcome to step forward. And I just want to mention that I am, as all of you can tell, I am brand new on Facebook Live, so please bear with me. And this is the first time that the Magical Journey Show has aired on Facebook Live, and thank you all for joining me. I will not be able to see your comments on Facebook Live, but if you do have a question, to remember to call in. So today is September 13th of 2017. We are a week away from the new moon. And the new moon is definitely energy that is going to start allowing for the shadow self to step forward and show some things of what needs to be released and exactly what needs to shed away so that the new can shine through. So basically for this evening, we are going to open up the energy to we're going to open up the energy with a little bit of drumming and light language. For those that do not know exactly what light language is extraterrestrial language or dimensional language that speaks directly to the soul and the DNA and changes the molecular and cellular activity within the body, which allows for releasing and activating and understanding of your reality in a bigger way. So without further ado, take a deep breath in and listen to my voice. Enore e kamassendo urashta kinde che statu uramba hayende e quaro o kokonore. Urembe kande shekoto urembe statela kianda ora stande kanda shindura okun. Ego rambe e quando okonoste tu rambi kenda la kia shatura e kine sembu. Orembe qua kuna kista stepa oramba inde equara utus. Rimbe kendo oramba de jandora e sanda hi makoto oras. Eta rombe quando restatine che shatura mi asawa. Remba koto un. And take a deep breath in. And bring that energy up and through the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, down into the well of dreams, at the back of the head, up and out the crown chakra, doubling back into the fourth eye where your head was soft when you were a baby, beaming down into the pineal gland, all the way down the Sushumna, activating the 8-cell blueprint at the perineum. Take a deep breath in. All right. And just allow for that energy to flow, and that energy will flow, will ebb and flow for the remainder of the evening. So we're going to go straight to our phone callers, and like I said before, you are more than welcome to ask any particular question or ask any questions that are pertaining to magic, that has to do with magic, religion, spirituality, or even looking for a psychic impression or psychic input for your answer. So we're going to go to our first phone caller, and our first phone caller is 856. Phone caller with the area code 856. First name and question, please.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing good, and what can I help you with tonight?
I'd like to know, when do you see purchasing a home and moving?
Okay, purchasing a home and moving. Okay, so all right, so what's being told to me here is that the move and location is a bit undecided at the moment. Now, are you undecided on a particular location or a relocation?
Well, I'm open based on I guess a job. I do a lot of contract work,
Mm-hmm.
and the location I've decided on the location, but I realize that might end up changing if I were to get a permanent job out of state somewhere that's a long distance move. So
Okay.
I'm open to seeing the location where I want to move,
Mm-hmm.
but I have had my heart set on a particular neighborhood for a long time now.
Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that that the location is going to be undecided for probably about the next for at least the next 2 weeks until something that is trying to come in comes in. Now, what I'm meaning by that is there's energy here that is trying to approach you, but fear of the unknown and fear of what's to come is stepping forward for you and pushing it back. So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to drop expectation. Drop expectation of expecting that of you saying to your spirits or saying to your guides or saying to yourself, I expect a job in a month. Those expectations need to drop so that this divine understanding and divine path can step forward. What's also being shown is that a job of what it is that you're looking and what it is that your expertise would be. It's coming within the next I'm seeing within the next 4 weeks, and this may incorporate a long distance move. Now, what I'm talking about a long distance move is not a long distance like cross country long distance, but more like possibly the state over or the state north of you. All right, because they're showing me the arrow pointing to the left, the arrow pointing to the left, and then the arrow pointing up. So I don't know exactly where you're located at with the 856 area code, but they are showing to the left and then up to the north. So that as stating a location for you. Now, whether or not you know the directions of where you're particularly located is totally up to you and up for your interpretation. But this is what they were giving me, as to the left and then up to the north. Okay?
So when they show you an airplane, though, does the airplane signify that it's going to be so far the distance that I have to move out of the area because it's out of state?
I'm seeing that this is out of the current city that you're in now. So I'm going to say that this is out of city. Now, if it's out of state or one state over, I don't feel as if it is a large relocation where it's across country or anything. It feels to me like it's within the neighboring states.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. And that's within the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm seeing within 4 weeks. And they showed me 1 calendar month. So when did all this begin?
Well, my contract is up in October next month.
Okay.
So that would be good if I were to get another job right away.
Okay, so I would say this would be your 1 calendar month, because what they're showing is the middle part of the beginning week of October into the second week of October is when everything falls into place.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, so this would be your window. This would be your 4-week window time. What is that?
Fine, it's with a different company there other than the one I'm contracting with, right?
Yes, I do feel as if it is with a different company. I do. Okay.
Wonderful. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome, Laura. And if you would like to get a more in-depth reading, you can contact me at www.amagicaljourney.com, or you can also go to my Facebook page at Bryan Rawls -Dolzer, Dolzer, or you can call the office at 586-659-9620, and we can book you for your appointment. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you, Bryan. I'll look into that.
Thank you so much, Laura, and you have a wonderful evening, and good luck on the move.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetie. Bye-bye. Okay, so, folks, please do be mindful that we have a lot of phone callers that are trying to get in to ask questions, so please be mindful of the caller before you and the caller after you. Please be mindful of the time that you spend asking your question. And let's go to the next phone caller. And the next phone caller is area code 310. Area code 310, first name and question, please.
Hi, my name's Janet.
Okay.
And my question is, I've applied for Social Security disability insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to court next week to find out if they will grant it, and I'm wondering what you see happening there.
Okay, so let's see here. All right, Janet, so, and this, when do you go for the hearing?
On the 19th.
On the 19th. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that the energy of the energy of it does feel as if it is going to be granted, but I do not know for the length of time that it is going to be granted for. All right, that's the only thing that I'm not sure of, is the length of time it will be granted for. Now, but I do feel as if it is going to be granted. Now, and did you say that this was an unemployment benefit or unemployment insurance?
Disability insurance.
Disability insurance, excuse me. All right, so it does feel to me like it is going to be granted. So just take into consideration that there is more help where this is concerned. So it feels to me like they could help you in a much bigger way if you hunt around the resources. I don't know exactly your situation, but they are saying that the resources that you are requesting and that you're going to be granted for, you can receive more um, help and more benefits by hunting around and by asking questions from your worker or from your caseworker. So definitely ask questions, because I feel as if there's more help that's available for you.
Okay. Do you see there's a possibility that I might get some retroactive pay that would go back really far?
I do see at least up to 2 years of back pay. I would say maybe 1.5 to 2 years of back pay, but I don't feel as if it's going to. I don't feel as if it's going to last as long as you want it to last. Okay, meaning for the back pay. I don't. I feel as if you may request for a certain number of years back pay, but you won't get the full request. You'll get half of your request.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
All right. Thank you so very much. And sweetheart, if you are wanting to receive a more in-depth session, you can go to my website at www.amagicaljourney.com. You can also sign up to follow my blog at www.bryanrawls.com. That is BRYANRAWLS.com. You can also call my office at 586-659-9620. And I'll be more than happy to book your appointment. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You have a wonderful evening. Okay. So hopefully we are all enjoying ourselves getting your answers or getting your questions answered and seeing me on Facebook Live. And I hope I'm not making a complete fool out of myself, but I'm here. And I want you all to understand that that it's taking a lot of energy to bring in. It's taken a lot of energy to actually be on cam and on the radio, but so I would like for all the next phone callers to kind of try to limit their questions to only one question, just out of courtesy for my energy and for my and for the spirits that walk with me and the spirits that are helping me answer your questions. So please be courteous to my energy and the spirits that are helping me. So let's go to our next phone caller. And our next phone caller is the area code 610. First name and question.
Hi, Bryan. This is Janet. We've spoken quite a bit recently, and I am so glad that you're back on Wednesday night. So thank you very much for being here and for all of your energy.
Thank you, Janet. And how are you doing?
Not too good. I've had big drama in the house with my oldest daughter who's been living with me, and I finally had to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
And she's now in rehab, and she's very, very, very angry with me because I don't want her to come back. So my question is, do you see her ameliorating any of that rancor toward me? Will she lessen her toxicity toward me?
Okay, so all right, so I want you to just hang tight for a minute because I gotta ground you out first. All right, the energy is popping me off of or popping me getting ungrounded. So I need to ground you out first, and then I can connect to your energy, and then I can answer your question. But until I ground you out, I am going to have to bypass that question, ground you out real quick, and then re-ask it. Okay? So just take a deep breath in.
Allora e tambo kutari standere sepako orandai turen vikendai istesto rengan. Resta kuko unaste stembeki andequa arando okonosh. Rimbeke sanduro akango okonast. Zembereatai in urest. Rambakin esteto. Rambokun. Jandarahis. Zembarahete equando. Rasta semboro uk. Tambure e canni staren desto cu una prima cota rom ze bandur gedu urasht rim gesto randai ukumasin.
And take a deep breath in. Okay, Janet, so go ahead and ask your question again, dear. I understand it's about your daughter, and she's in rehab, but you're asking if she's going to try to apologize, or exactly what?
Well, she'll never apologize, but will her, see, it involves custody of her daughter, too. And will she ever kind of understand where I'm coming from? Think about me, not just about her.
Okay, so you got to understand that the energy that you're dealing with inside your daughter. Okay, not all of what she is dealing with is her pure soul energy. A lot of what she's dealing with is corded energy, which is corded energy from folks that she has came in contact with and has corded, and she is reacting off of their emotions, as well as also she is she's not full of entities. She is she is inhabited by at least two entities, and these entities seem as if they are they are not of her highest good, so that they're not anything of angelic beings or anything in that nature. They're what I would call energies that are invading her space. And there's not much that I can do for her as a person, with me being so many miles away from her. I can lend my prayers to her, but I can also tell you that ways that you can release some of this energy off of you, because it's influencing and affecting you, as well as also influencing and affecting your daughter. So one thing that you can do is you could go the old route and work with some cleansing herbs once you get her in possibly your care, or in a care of someone that knows exactly what you're talking about, or actually sees this within her. You can use the cleansing herbs. You can use prayer. You can also ask your ancestors, the folks that came before you and the folks that will come after you, to help release these spirits. Because you got to understand that the ancestors are the foundation of our spirituality, and everything can get solved by the ancestors. And the ancestors, and I just have to say it, the ancestors are badass. They're the big guns. They are the ones that we call on when things have just stopped, have just kind of gotten slow for us, gotten in a rut, or got in a stuck position. We have to call on the ancestors, and we can call on the ancestors for other people that are in our family on their behalf, and ask them for help or ask them for divine intervention. And also you can call in Archangel Michael and bring in Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is the one that will sever cords, as well as also protect his children, or protect God's children, or Source's children, or however you see your higher power. And that is one of the ways that you can go ahead and start helping her spirit, because as of right now, her spirit's broke. Her dignity about herself, and her dignity about her life has been thrown out the window. Okay, so so definitely take it into consideration to say some prayers of gratitude to your ancestors, and then ask your ancestors to help, as well as also ask your higher power for some prayers of protection to protect yourself and protect your loved ones, because this is some pretty heavy energy. And the one thing I cannot stress to you enough is you must ground. When you got on the phone, when you first started speaking just a moment ago, your energy was in fluctuation. It went down and went totally up, and then basically flatlined. And then that energy right there showed me you were not grounded. So grab some obsidian, jet, tourmaline, Apache tear, any dark colored stone, or even sage, Palo Santo, tobacco, anything that will ground you out and bring you back into Mother Earth's energy is what you are needing at this particular moment. And another thing that would be beneficial for you is, and see how it just totally left my mind. And okay, another thing that you can do as well is walk barefoot on the ground. If you walk barefoot on the ground, the electromagnetic field from the earth and from your feet, they will basically coincide with each other, and basically help ground you out and help pull negative ions and negative energies out of your feet chakras and into Mother Earth to transmute them. So try that, and then try some sea salt foot soaks or sea salt baths, and throw a little bit of baking soda in your drinking water, probably about a teaspoon of baking soda in your drinking water, because the baking soda will alkalize the body, and the less acid you have in your body, people, the less energy or the less havoc that your body, or the less havoc energy that your body will put off. Okay, so drink that alkaline water, or put some baking soda in your water and gulp it up. Okay, so and that should help you.
Thank you very much, Bryan. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, and thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetie. Okay, so all right, and I will ask of all of you before coming in and before before asking your question, please make sure y'all are grounded, because it totally makes my head swimmy, and the groundedness will overall help you. So imagine tree trunks, grab your obsidian, grab your grounding stones, or grab some tobacco, and that will help you ground, and that will help me be able to help you more. Okay, so let's go on to our next phone caller, and our next phone caller is 727, area code 727. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My question is, I seem to have been emitting energy, and the last couple guys I've attracted are not exactly what I'm looking for, so I want to see what you see as far as breaking that energy and attracting the one that is the right one.
Okay. So, All right, so what they are showing me here is that you have the vision of the right one for you, but it seems as if that vision is constantly changing. Okay, now are you constantly taking away from that vision and adding to that vision?
I don't know for sure. I mean, I kind of like created this list. I just kind of keep going over my head. So maybe one time I'm throwing in one of the things I didn't before, even though it was on the list. So could that possibly be it?
Okay, that could very much be it, because what's being shown here is what's being shown here is that they the energies of the list of the qualities or the attributes or whatever you want to call them of this future partner, these attributes are getting jumbled up, okay, and the energy is receiving confused energy. Now, when you pick attributes and list these attributes, do you throw in names to go with these attributes? Because what's being shown here is, like, say for instance, while you're writing your list of qualities down, like say I'm you, I want blue eyes like Tom had. Are you receiving or writing down?
No.
Okay, good. Because the energy and how I'm being shown here is that be precise and be specific of how you see each little detail of your partner. And if you can be precise and in detail, what's being shown to me is that this next one that is coming up in, I'm going to say in between 5 and 6 weeks. All right, 5 and 6 weeks, I'm seeing right around, we got 5 to 6 weeks from now, about the ending of October, the beginning of November. All right. That energy of the right one, or Mr. Right, or Mr. The precise details that you wrote down and that you have signified this is how you want your guy. That is the details that are actually going to manifest into your current reality with this relationship. All right, so you have to be precise and give detail, is what they are saying. Okay, so with your new list, start totally over. All right, and make you a new list.
Is there like an example? Because I guess
like go from the hair all the way down to the color, to the pigment of the skin, to the way he dresses, to the way he parts his hair or the way he fixes his hair. Be precise as you can possibly be. All right, because precision and detail is how they basically bring the necessary energy forward. All right, because you got to understand, the spirits that walk with you are the ones that line you up into the divine path for this relationship to step forward, or for this person to step forward. Okay, so you have to understand that that if you write down every little detail and you allow for every little detail to be spoken, and remember, it has you can write it all down, and then you want to read it off like you're reading it off to your best friend, or like you're reading it off to one of your girlfriends, and say, this is how I want my man. And as you're doing that, what the spirits that hang out with you are going to do is they're going to be like, okay, so Tom's out, Daniel's out, Jack's out, so this one is the one that we send you. And that's how this energy will manifest. So be precise and give detail, every little detail that you can possibly give. Okay?
Okay, I was just doing the like qualities and attributes, not specific to the actual.
Yes, specific down to the. I mean, shoot. If you want to get totally into it, go to the dimples, to the freckles, to the size of his manhood, to the size of his shoe.
Okay, very good. Thank you so very much for the help.
You are very welcome. You're very welcome, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
And you too, sweetheart. Okay, and yes, when asking for specific situations, things, places, or atmospheres or situations to happen, or even people to enter into your life, people, you have to be specific. Because, say for instance, if you ask for money, and you don't be specific of where the money comes from, this could be an inheritance, and this could come from a person passing. So you have to be specific, and always put in, say for instance, for asking for money, and allow it not to harm none. All right, so be specific. And just like with relationships, be right down from the way he looks, or the way he or she looks, all the way down to the toes, okay? And even for, say for instance, for places that you want to go. Like, say for instance, I know a lady that said that she was going to go to Egypt. And this was not even a year ago, and damned if I was just rolling through Facebook today, and lo and behold, she's going to Egypt. And I told her, I said, you have to be specific. You have to show give the details. And a lot of you folks will probably be like, did he just say a damn vision board? Yes, I said a vision board. Cut you out little pictures, get you a whiteboard, and glue that sucker on there, or get you a whiteboard and get you a marker and start drawing things up there. You don't have to be an artist, but if you see things, and you got to remember, repetition is everything. The more times you see things, or the more times that you repeat things, or the more times that you exercise that understanding, is how you basically bring in the law of attraction. Okay, so repetition, precision, and details. Okay, details, details, details. Okay, so we are going to go to our next phone caller, and our next phone caller is 650, and I believe your name is Miranda.
Hi, Bryan. Thank you so much for taking my call. My name is Miranda. How are you?
Hello, Miranda, and what can I help you with?
I do have a question. First, I just want to comment on what you were talking about, like being very specific when you're manifesting. I've gotten like mixed messages from a lot of people regarding that. Some people like to say to be very specific, and there are others who say that your intention and have a general idea of what you want, but like don't make it so specific that the universe can't bring it to you right away because you're so specific. It's like, oh, she wants all this, and we can't give it to her because she'll have to wait, and therefore, like, that person doesn't exist. I don't know,
Yes, I do believe that to a certain extent. Now, there are two ways that I will write a petition, or there are two ways that I will ask for something. Now, if it's something, say for instance, say for instance, shoot, I want to take this class, and I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the patience to do so. I will send it out to the universe, and I won't be precise about how it's coming to me, and I'll basically be like, universe, just bring it to me if it's for my highest and best good. If it's not for my highest and best good, screw it. I don't need to do it. All right. And that's how I would write a petition in that particular manner. And I would basically say, universe, or I would say, bring this class to me if this is in my highest and best, most possible good, and most benevolent outcome. And then I would sit there and allow for universe to pick it up. I would show gratitude, leaving a shot of whiskey, some flowers, and a glass of water, or a cigarette or a cigar. And I will leave that overnight for the spirits or the universe, whoever comes in and swoops up the energy and goes and helps manifest it. And then, like, say for instance, if I'm asking for money, or if I'm asking for specifics in a relationship, or say for instance, help with healing of a family member, I'll be specific with that, because you don't want to ask for something and then it be given to you in a way that is painful to you or emotional to you. Okay, because you want to make it with grace and ease. You want to make it as least difficult as possible.
Right.
Okay, but you always show gratitude after asking. Okay, because gratitude basically tells your spirits, hey, I'm thankful for what I have, but I could use a little bit more.
Yeah, that's usually the way it works. Yeah, all right. Well, that helps. I thank you. But my question is, my daughter had an interview for a job, and I'm just wondering what you pick up on that.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, has she already went on this interview?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this interview, and what's her first name, if you don't mind me asking?
Can I give you her initial?
Yes. E. Okay. Give me just a second. Okay, so this position job is going to be offered to her. Now I do feel as if this is in in bounds for her climbing a ladder of promotion or a ladder of raise. Now, is this her first job or a job that she's been unemployed for a while?
This won't be her first job. She's just basically doing a lot of like consulting stuff.
Okay, all right. So it's been a while since she's had a job, correct?
She's been working, but I'm not sure. She doesn't really tell me a lot, but I think this would be the first job where she would have to be required to like go into an office. Like right now, she's just been doing a lot of consulting stuff.
Okay.
Be in an office right now.
Okay. So they are showing me that she will be offered the position, and she will receive the position. And there looks to me like there's room for growth here, because they are showing and this is a weird vision because they've never showed me something like this before. But it's a baby tree, and then this tree grows big, and with that, I'm taking that's room for growth. And when there's room for growth, depending on what type of job it is, it usually usually means that there's room for promotion, room for raise, room for moving forward upon the path that she is sought after for this particular position. Okay, so you need to let her know. Keep on putting one foot in front of the other and continue with what she's doing, because it seems as if her energy has been favored, because it feels to me like this position has possibly been offered to other people, but they just couldn't feel it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, that sounds very encouraging. Yeah, she's a wonderful person. I just want the best for her, and obviously as a mom.
Yes, most definitely.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, yes. If you can take down my contact information, you can send me her name through an email, and I can put her on my prayer list. You can write down my contact information. My contact information is the office number is 586-659-9620. My website is www.amagicaljourney.com. My blog is www.bryanrawls.com. That is BRYANRAWLS.com. And if you want to just directly email me, my email is angelicguidance13@gmail.com. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Bryan. I appreciate it. You have a great evening.
You too, Miranda, and you have a wonderful evening, and tell your daughter good luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we are going to take one last phone caller, and this last phone caller is area code 443. Area code 443.
Hi, Bryan. How are you?
I am doing good. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Sound a little bit in the dumps.
Good.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you sound a little bit in the dumps. What's wrong?
Well, it has to do with my mom. She's in a lot of, I guess, she has a lot of medical problems.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a lot of problems with her eyes, and the news that she has told me and that I've heard from the doctors aren't very good. It's not very positive. And it's leading towards like she might have to have surgery, but it's rather invasive. I didn't know what you felt for maybe some type of energy pertaining to her situation that I could help support her or help give her a little bit of a boost myself.
Okay, so this is pertaining to her eyes, correct?
Correct.
All right. So they are, all right. So remember, I am no doctor and I do not have license to diagnose, pre-diagnose, or however you want to call it. But one herb that I would most definitely say, brew it into a tea and then just have her rub a little bit of the tea on her eyelids and including her third eye and just on her eyelids, and that is eye bright. All right, it's EYEBRIGHT. Okay, eye bright.
Okay.
And also, what they're showing me is that the energy mechanics of the eye. All right, the energy mechanics of the eye. The rods and the cones are not registering correctly. Also, the lens is not registering correctly either. So let me see what, and okay. So the retina is not registering strong either. So what I can say here is that this looks to me like it's possible infection, possible well, one thing, it's inflamed. There's there's possibly some infection, and then there is deterioration of the lens, and then the rods and the cones. All right, so this is affecting her eyesight, and I don't know if she has cloudiness over the eye or if she has what I call swimmies or swimmers. But it's almost like I have like a film over my eye, or there's like a film that is being pulled over my eye, which shows me that this could affect her eyesight, and she could eventually have some blindness that that spawns off this. All right, but the first thing that I would do is try that eye bright, because the eye bright eye wash or the eye bright eye pat would help her. Excuse my language, a whole hell of a lot. And the eye bright will actually allow for her to start depending on her third eye if she does happen to go blind in one of her eyes. She will be dependent upon her third eye and be more intuitive if she does happen to lose eyesight or lose vision. Okay, so that's the good thing about eye bright. Another thing that she could possibly do is there are a couple saints that you can do a novena to, and I will have to look it up. And what I'll do, Bonnie, is I will look up the particular saint and look up the novena for you, and I will get back to you about that novena and that saint. Let me just make myself a note here. Bonnie's mom, I saint novena. Okay, yeah, because and when I say call on a saint to help with eyesight and health concerns, when using folk magic or when petitioning saints, it is a very, very old practice, and it is something that I swear by because it has never let me down. It has always came through when nothing else would come through for me. They have always came running to my rescue, and believe me, when a saint helps you, you'll know they're helping you like almost automatically. All right. And I'll get that information to you, but start that eye bright. You can get it at any botanica, any metaphysical supply store, any probably any herb shop. And if you're lucky, you can probably find it in the wild. But it's eye bright, and it's used for eye concerns, clairvoyance, and whatnot concerning to the eyes. But try that out, and tell your mom, Bonnie, that I will put her on my prayer list. Okay?
Thank you very much, Bryan.
You are very welcome, sweetheart, and you take care of yourself, and just smile and know that the higher power has your mom in their hands, and they will protect her and protect her eyesight, protect her health. Okay.
Thank you so much, and have a great night.
And you too, sweetheart, and you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I got through all the phone callers. Aren't y'all proud of me? And I didn't lose any hair, and I am alive still. So thank you all for calling in. Thank you all for watching. You will all see me next. Let me see. Next Wednesday, the 20th, on the new moon, and be on the lookout for the new moon transmission email advertisement. It will be sent out by the end of this week. And also, if anybody is wanting to check out my website, check out the MP3s, the new products that are getting ready to go on. I have some wax melts, some more Florida water, and some meditation CDs that are getting ready to go on the website, so take a look at that. Also, some new MP3s will be coming out. So all the folks that are wanting to get on the email list to contact me for a reading, please write, this is the time to get your pen and your paper and write down my contact information. My contact information is, starting with the email first, angelicguidance13@gmail.com. Telephone number is 586-659-9620. Website is www.amagicaljourney.com. And blog is www.bryanrawls.com. That is BRYANRAWLS.com. And Skype is Angelic113. And that is Angelic. You spell out 1, and then you put the numeral 13. And that is my Skype contact. And thank you all for watching this evening, and thank you all for calling in this evening. I would like to also thank Tiffany White Sage Woman for producing the A Magical Journey show. I would like to thank Goldylocks Productions for a wonderful team and a wonderful family. And I would like to also thank all the phone callers and all the folks that listen in every week. I will see you all next week on the 20th of September of 2017. Thank you, everyone. This is Reverend Bryan Rawls with The Magical Journey. Let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste.